Please turn to 1 Chronicles chapter 16. 1 Chronicles chapter 16. I'm just going to go through a bunch of verses that show that the earth is in a fixed position and it is stationary and not rotating or spinning. 1 Chronicles chapter 16 and verse 30, it says, "Fear before him all the earth, the world also shall be stable, that it be not moved." So the world is stable, it's established, and it's not going to be moved. Turn to Psalm chapter 33. Psalm chapter 33, I want you to look in verse 8. Psalm 33 and verse 8, it says, "Let all the earth fear the Lord. Let the inhabitants of the world stand in awe of him. For he spake, and it was done. He commanded, and it stood fast." So he's talking about the inhabitants of the world, and he's saying he spake, and it was done. Everything was created. And he commanded, and it stood fast. When something is staying, it stood, it's in one place. And when it's fast, it's fastened. It's staying in that one place. Turn to Psalm 93, which we just read. Psalm 93, which we just read, in verse 1. It says, "The Lord reigneth. He is clothed with majesty. The Lord is clothed with strength, wherewith he had girded himself. The world also is established, that it cannot be moved." So it's describing the strength of the Lord. It's describing that he is clothed with majesty and clothed with strength, wherewith he had girded himself. And he's talking about something the Lord created, the world, also established, and it cannot be moved. It's in one fixed place. It's not rotating or spinning. Turn to Psalm 104, verse 5. Psalm 104 in verse 5. Verse 5 reads, "Who laid the foundation of the earth, that it should not be removed forever?" So the foundation of the earth is, when you think of foundation, you got to think of what it is built upon. The earth itself. So the foundation of the earth, what the earth is mounted upon. Obviously, we're going to go over the verse where it's mounted upon nothing, where the earth hangeth upon nothing. But the foundation of the earth is not going to be removed. I don't always use this verse because, some people will say that just the earth itself is not going to be removed. But when you're talking about the foundation of the earth, the place and where it is standing, that it should not be removed forever, because it's immovable and it cannot be removed forever. Turn to Isaiah chapter 45. Isaiah chapter 45 in verse 18. It says in verse 18 in Isaiah 45, it says, "Thus saith the Lord that created the heavens, God himself that formed the earth and made it. He hath established it. He created it not in vain, for he formed it to be inhabited. I am the Lord, and there is none else." So in this verse, what does it say? It says that he created the earth not in vain. He formed it to be inhabited. And he's saying he's the Lord. He made it. God himself formed the earth and he made it. He formed it not in vain. So if he formed the earth not in vain and it was made to be inhabited, the earth has a purpose. It was made to be inhabited by us. The sun has a purpose. It is made to give light upon the earth. The moon has a purpose. It is made to give light upon the earth when the sun is not, where it's not with the sun, because mind you, they're spinning in the same direction around the earth. So everything God created has a purpose. He formed the earth for a reason, for it to be inhabited. Why would he create a vast expanse of billions of galaxies, billions of other planets, billions of other stars, if they have no purpose? Because they don't have a purpose. They have no purpose if you believe that there's billions of other galaxies, billions of other stars, billions of other planets. Those things were created by science to deceive you, to make it seem like there could be other life out there. To make it seem like God did not make us personal, but he formed the earth for a reason, so it would be inhabited by us as people, so we could inhabit it. Nothing is vainly created. He said he created it not in vain. Vain, it just means vanity. So if something's created in vain, it doesn't have a purpose. It's useless. In the same way that other planets, other galaxies, other stars millions of light years away, they're useless. They're vanity. They're created in vain for no reason. The earth, the flat earth system, everything in our system has a purpose. The sea has purpose, the land has purpose, the firmament itself has purpose, the sun and the moon and the stars within it have purpose. Other galaxies they would be vanity. They would be created in vain. There's no purpose to them. Turn to Job chapter 9. So I'm going to go over a couple verses that talk about the earth being on pillars. But this is more of, a theory that God puts forth about the earth being on pillars. I don't have science to back this up. Just in the same way I don't have science to back up that there's a firmament in heaven. We're trusting the Bible here. So in Job chapter 9 and verse 6, it says, which shaketh the earth out of her place. So it's talking about God shaking the earth out of her place, her stationary place that God has established for it. And the pillars thereof tremble. So the Bible does talk about the earth on pillars. And the pillars necessarily don't have to have a foundation. Because some people will say, well, if the earth has pillars, then what about the Lord? What about the earth being hung on nothing? The earth hangeth upon nothing. We'll go over that. But just because the earth has pillars, or if God describes it, the foundation, doesn't mean those pillars are on anything. So the earth can still be hung upon nothing. And the pillars thereof can be also theoretical in the sense that this is the Lord holding the earth up. So turn to 1 Samuel chapter 2.